This week, I've got another recipe from the official Bright Line Eating Cookbook, so if you're interested in that, stay tuned. Hey everyone, welcome back to my kitchen, and if this is your first time here, my name is Pamela and I like to share deliciously easy plant-based recipes. So if those are the types of videos that you like, be sure to click that little red subscribe button down below along with the notification bell and join me every week. This week's recipe is from the official Bright Line Eating Cookbook. It is a tofu or tempeh recipe and it only requires 2 ingredients, tofu and soy sauce. It is a great beginner's recipe and it's actually really tasty and really easy. So I really liked this recipe. I liked how simple it was, that it only calls for 2 ingredients. I think it's a great recipe for somebody who is just kind of starting to use tofu and they're not really sure what to do with it, how to cook it, how to prepare it. It's nice and simple and easy. And the recipe, if you want to make it whole food plant-based, it's super easy to just leave out that little spray of cooking oil at the beginning of the recipe and use a nonstick pan like I did in the video. So overall, I would call this recipe a win. Let's go ahead and jump right in. All right, so I'm going to start by draining my tofu. I'm using this Tofu Press. I absolutely love it. If you don't have a tofu press, I highly recommend this one. I will put a link to it in the description box down below. And then next, I'm going to go ahead and cut my tofu into 12 pieces. This ends up, once it's cooked, giving me pieces that are about 1 ounce each, which is perfect for Bright Line Eating because it's 4 ounces of tofu for 1 protein serving. So up next, I've got a pan over high heat and I'm adding a little bit of soy sauce and then just putting my tofu straight into the pan and making sure that I've got soy sauce underneath each piece of tofu. And then that's pretty much it. I'm just going to go ahead and saute this tofu until it is nice and crispy on the bottom, and then go ahead and flip it. And I'm going to cook it until the soy sauce is all the way absorbed before I flip it each time. So I actually flipped it a couple of different times, and I did cut out the footage of where I actually added a little bit of water to kind of deglaze my pan when it was sticking a little bit. But you can see that it's getting nice and toasty brown. And the center of my pan is actually getting a little bit hot, so I turned my pan or my burner down to medium. And then I actually ended up kind of swapping the tofu around, so I put the pieces that were in the center to the outside of the pan so that they would all cook nice and evenly. But they are getting a nice golden brown color to them. They look really good. And this is such a simple recipe, like I said. So this is kind of a great recipe for someone who's just starting out with tofu, isn't quite sure what to do with it because it's 2 ingredients and 1 pan. All right, and then one last flip, and that is pretty much it. You'll see here that the tofu is starting to really stick to the bottom. So that's it. I'm just going to go ahead and take it off the heat and go ahead and plate it. And again, as you can see here, 1 piece is equal to about 1 ounce each. So I get a nice even 4 ounces. And there is the tofu, nice and cooked up. All right, everyone, I hope you enjoyed that video. And if you did, as always, a thumbs up is appreciated. And if you haven't already hit that subscribe button, be sure to click it now, along with the notification bell so you don't miss any of my future videos. And I will see you next time.